'cause you'd be oh so easy to love.
We're here with Analisa Bell, who is in the upcoming Melbourne Fringe production of You've Got That Thing. Analisa, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
I guess as a starting point, it's a show based on the works of Cole Porter. How did you get into Cole Porter's work, and how did you come across the idea for the show?
Well, the show I actually originally performed in Perth a couple of years ago. Two of my friends from Perth have written the show, Nick McLean and Isaac Lim, and they had originally I guess put it together because they love Cole Porter and they love his work, and they asked me to be part of it, and I loved the show and I loved being able to get my teeth into Ethel and just be, a big broad. And it was just lots of fun, and I had wanted to do it again in Melbourne because I moved last year to Melbourne and decided that I wanted to put it on here for Fringe, and so I've assembled a cast and we've decided to put it on now.
So you mentioned you're playing Ethel Merman.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably hard to find a bigger name in that up to say 1950s, 60s theatre. How do you find her as a character to play? Is she fun to work with?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a boisterous, and the way that the boys have written it, it starts off when she's in her early stages of her career, so she's a lot younger then, but I sort of bring a bit of a cheeky kind of charisma to the role. And then as the show progresses, she gets older, and then she's just more confident in who she is, and is just a big brassy woman. So yeah, it's lots of fun, and I'm really hoping that audiences will feel that fun element come out through it.
But from what I've read, she seems like she was a very interesting woman. The religion was very strong in her life early on. And then you read later on, she was more than willing to tell bawdy jokes across a room, and she was very outgoing. And
yeah, absolutely. And I read somewhere that she actually did have a little jar that she carried with her, and every time she would say a swear word, she'd get people to put money in the jar, and it was just an ongoing running thing that she really was just, really bawdy, really ballsy, and just naughty. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And of course, her and Cole Porter had an interesting relationships. I think she was in 5 of Cole Porter's shows, including I think Hannah Patty was the longest running one of the 5. So there's obviously something there between those two.
Yeah, I from the research that the boys had done, it would seem that Ethel became his muse for quite some time, and I think they both had a mutual respect for each other, which comes out in the show as well. Although we actually never meet Cole in this show, it's we're all referring to Cole the whole time, but you can tell that they have a very strong and special bond.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now you've mentioned an interesting point about the show. Without giving it away as such, it's a show about Cole Porter with his music without Cole Porter. How does that work?
That's a great question. Well, basically the boys have written it in such a way that we feel like he's there the whole time, but yeah, we don't actually meet someone, no one comes on stage and plays Cole Porter. It's really very much a tribute to him, and so he is constantly referenced, and the boys have done such a clever job of it, I think, in the treatment of it, because you feel like Cole is there in the room with you, but it's just, I guess you have to see it to know just what that is.
Trying to. And how's his music to perform? I don't know if it was acting or not, but I remember from The Lovely and the scene with John Barrowman trying to do Night and Day and the key changes and that. Is it that difficult as a performer?
I find his music quite easy to sing, personally, mainly because his melodies are so catchy. I think there are a few interesting moments though where he does write in a way where you suddenly change key, or a very, forgive me for my lack of musical words right now, but the clashy kind of chords which make it sound really interesting, but he's got such clever lyrics too. I think that's a really good thing about Cole Porter, is that he had such a gift with language, and his songs are so vibrant and fun and cheeky, but then also really sentimental and beautiful at the same time. He was just, such a gifted writer, and to be able to sing that is really good.
That's interesting. He studied music and poetry, I think, as part of his English at Yale before he went on to Harvard. And the lyrics seem complex when you listen to them. Does that add an aspect as a performer? Or?
Definitely. I find, for example, I sing in the show Let's Do It, Let's Fall in Love, and it's one of those list songs. So in my head, I'm constantly going, right, which part of the song is coming next? What am I singing about next? And I try and put little pictures in my head of what's coming up next, because the way he writes does lend itself to quite visual references. So I think, it's quite helpful for the singer to have those kind of references right in front of you, but it is quite complicated when you're going through your head. I'm like, what's next? Cods, clams, oysters.
That's right, you've got birds, bees, educated fleas.
Yes,
In terms of the depiction of Ethel Merman and so forth, how much did you go back to listening to her work, or how much does that influence the way you interpret her and portray her?
Well, I don't think anyone could really capture her essence. I mean, Caroline O'Connor, I think, did a pretty spot-on job in De Lovely, but I think she's such a big character that I've just tried to bring what I can of my own self into the role. I did listen to a lot of her recordings, so I could get that slight brassiness to my voice and really work on the belting, because I did. It's funny, I didn't start out as a belter. I used to be a sop, but now as I've grown older, my voice has gotten deeper. So I think it is hard to play such a big, well-known person. So I've just done my best, and hopefully people will think, oh yeah, I can see Ethel in that.
Particularly a lot of the stuff she did was before the days of microphones and amplification. So it was all
Yes.
straight from the voice, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so tell us a bit about the season. You're playing at the Butterfly Club.
Yep.
Yep, and you've got a run of a week or so, I think, from memory.
Yes, so we start on Tuesday the 16th with a Cheap Tuesday, and we run through till Sunday the 21st at the Butterfly Club.
And how close are you to being ready to go?
Feeling pretty good. I think once we get our costumes all sorted, we're sort of just doing last minute things with that, then it will really take shape. But I think it's in a good place.
Well, Analisa, thank you very much for your time, and best of luck for the season coming up. I'm sure that the music is fantastic, and I'm sure you do a wonderful job with it, and I look forward to seeing your show in a couple of weeks' time.
Thank you so much, Brett.